Introduce yourself. Gotta do it on fire. You have all the reason to begin again. Under this desire. Do you hear the call? Coiling the wire. You have all the reason to begin again. Under this desire, I have found the catalyst, and I have found the catalyst, and you understand yourself. This is not a test. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request. Wait for love.
Yo,
Put your acquiesce. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request. I have found the catalyst, and I have found the catalyst, and chemical reaction incinerates the gravity. I have found the catalyst, in you. There will be days when the sky is gray, but I will remain. Yes, there will be days when the sky is gray, but I will remain.
St. Ricketts from their self-titled debut album, St. Ricketts, The Catalyst. Wednesday night, 100% live. I just think Jules showing up for the Yo family is complete. Now, a piece of the Yo heart is missing. Agreed. We will turn off St. Ricketts because we got a lot of band and music stuff to talk about tonight. Of course, for those of you who pay attention. But it is Wednesday night, 100% live. This is the You Show. You. I'm Jeff the Shark Purdy, your host for the evening. And coming off a great night. Thank you. Yeah, we had to back it a little bit last night. The dogs are going nuts because my wife is just absolutely antagonizing by walking throughout the entire house and inviting people over and getting ready to go out. So, little dog for the first few moments. But we have no dog coming up later. 8:30 tonight. We delve into something a little different here on the Yo Show. We get into female bodybuilding and fitness competition with somebody who has become a dear friend of mine over the years. I'm excited about her latest journey. We're going to talk all about it. It is Yelena Rashina. Awesome. She is awesome. Let's blow it up a little bit so you get a good look at her. Whoop. Great. Fit. Healthy. Awesome. Exciting. Super cool person, too. We're going to can't wait to talk to her tonight around 8:30 tonight. We'll talk about all this stuff, fitness and bodybuilding. You know me, I'm a big fitness guy. This is going to be the third time now that we've had somebody in fitness. We had Caitlin Rice, and then we had Linda Steele, and tonight, Yelena. I think I learned a little something about fitness. I do. I learned a lot about it, just also know how not to do it. So that's coming up around 8:30. Yelena, very excited for that. Now, if you tuned in last night, you saw a lot. And the episode, of course, is on YouTube. Subscribe to The Yo Show. It's that easy to find. The Yo Show, or The Yo Show, on YouTube. It's that easy. You'll see the logo, like that one there in the corner. Subscribe. It's free. You'll get updates when we come on. We're gonna start doing more stuff, little shorts, little stuff like that. Beer of the week might become like a. I can figure out TikTok. We'll TikTok the beer of the week segment. Oh, I might upset some people. Last night was rough, but a lot of stuff, a lot of moving and shaking. But if you saw last night, of course, it was the return of Jewel Tatey. And a terrific return, despite the technical difficulties. It felt like home. It felt real. It felt like where we belong as a show, as a team, as a group, as a family, as JD said. It was a great turnout. A lot of great people in the comments section and having a great time. And that was awesome. So we thank Jewel. We welcome Jewel back. We're going to try and trying to make it where she sits right here with me on the Tuesday nights. And Wednesday nights, we're going to go back to guest co-hosts when we can get them. And 2 nights a week, Yo Show, we're ramping it up because it's the way I love to do it. I love doing this. As you see, my Tuesday's getting worse and worse. But that's what we're up to. Also, last night, you saw our guest was scheduled to be Ashley Caroline. Could not get in. She had technical problems, couldn't log in the show. No problem. From the Circus Arts, Chris Hernecco came on, saved the day. He was our guest. We spoke for quite a while about the Circus Arts and them being voted Local Shots Artist of the Month for the month of July on WMMR. You heard the debut tonight. I wonder how many did. What song did they play tonight, everybody? It was the entry. If you're in the comment section, I want you to comment and tell me what song they played. Maybe I'll send you a little gift. We'll leave that linger for a little bit. Somebody's going to tell me the song they played tonight. Definitely watching the pod from yesterday later. My man Lee in the house. We love this dude. Great guy. Going to come down and see you soon. Mike, missed you last night, man. Jewel back in action. Show was great. Show is going to be great tonight. Like, so we're going to talk a little bit fitness, bodybuilding, and all the stuff that I suck at with the master of it. Coming up around 8:30. Like I said, we're going to play music. The Circus Hearts were indeed WMMR Local Shot Artist of the Month. So I said, you know what? I'm going to celebrate these guys as much as I can. And we're going to celebrate them tonight with some music. Why not? Let's get off to a song. Our guest will be here on 8:30. Let's get a song in. We'll do a topic or two, and then we'll keep on moving as we get ready for a 4th of July. Great week of Yo Show and much more. Baby Bye Bye is going to be the start, and why not? Because myself and my wife and Jewel are on the video. Shot at the Ruba Club here in Philadelphia, PA. And a huge congratulations once again to WMMR, Philadelphia's Local Shots Artist of the Month, our good dudes from the Circus Arts. This is Baby Bye Bye. This is the Yo Show Wednesday night. We'll be back in about 3 minutes and some change. Enjoy this incredible band. Don't forget, every Wednesday night through the month of July, 6:30. Tune in to WMMR for more from the Circus Arts. This is the Yo Show. We'll be right back. That was the Circus Stars, as no 93.3 WMMR here in Philadelphia, their local shots artists of the month with Baby Bye Bye. And if you watch that video carefully, you see myself and you see Cassie and Jewel. Jewel's cell phone, as was mentioned plenty of times last night. Great stuff. Congratulations to those guys. Big fans of theirs. And they got a big show coming up in August, of course. And get out and see them when you can. Find them, follow me, message me. Check them out every Wednesday night through the month of July, 6:30 p.m. on WMMR. Worth it. I was excited tonight to get them, and it was great. Black Keys, interesting. A lot of people talk like the vintage Stones Faces, who's Chris is a big fan of, a big fan of those, and it's got a little bit of that nostalgia, that classic sound to it, vintage, but with a modern twist. I like it a lot. And as you know, we do a lot of music here, and it's why I'm really excited for tonight, because it's not music tonight, but it's all sorts of entertainment. And tonight, like I said, we're going to talk about some bodybuilding and fitness with just a wonderful, wonderful person. Yelena will be here around 8:30. She's backstage, maybe a little early, maybe like 8:25. She's going to have to sit back there and just listen to me jab and jab on. But super cool person, very smart, very motivational. I think you're in for a treat tonight. Very happy to have her do this. Recently, after seeing all the great competition, all the great stuff she's doing, like, how about bring it to the show? Even she said, you mostly do music. I'm not music. Don't matter. We do entertainment. We do art. We do local people. We do cool things. We do a lot of stuff here, and it reaches hundreds, sometimes thousands, sometimes more people. So that's what we do it for. Also, Cassie's going to England with the Circus Arts when they become bigger. So thank you. My wife is already leaving me for the Circus Arts. Sorry, I'm leaving you for a female bodybuilder. Elena's going to hook me up with the whole gang. Cheyenne Eminger in the house. Ayo, good evening. Great to see you. Thank you for the promos and the shout outs. I do appreciate it. As you know, you did a great job helping us out with guest co-hosting. Like I said, we're still going to do some guest co-hosting stuff on Wednesdays. Jules seems to be back doing the thing on Tuesdays, so we're very excited for that. JD Wolf's happy. JD Wolf gets happy to see everybody. Love it. We absolutely do. We just love JD and having him here. We love our fans and people who really come out here and enjoy this and help us make this great. We do all kind of news. Like, I do bad news because I don't know if anybody's seen it yet, but the Philadelphia sanitation strike has begun. And man, is this is this a disaster? Is this absolutely disgusting? Because all I heard all day was people talking about, thank you, talking about like the stench and the piles of trash. Already, look, yeah, that is trashy. It's trash TV, which we normally don't do here. We don't tabloid. But man, city's got to get together and fast. You're getting ready to celebrate the 4th of July. Fireworks, cookouts, family, fun, and trash. Come on, man. Get it together. Like, it makes me mad to see it. And I'm not in Philly. I'm on the outskirts in the Bucks County area. But still, burning trash. Don't even start with burning trash, bro. No way. No, because you see what happens. It becomes forest fires on nonsense. See, this is why we do fun stuff here. Because this kind of stuff gets me raged, like all red in the face. I start yelling into the microphone. Truly, nobody wants to see that. You want to see me be soft and gentle and smile, even though I got my bad tooth. That's got to get pulled. It's getting pulled soon, I promise you. I'm going to put a whole new bottom on. It's horrible. I've gotten old. I got to start getting in shape like Yelena. She's going to whip me in shape. I'm going to tell her, like, hey, show me what you do. And we're going to find out tonight what she does. Freedom King Films in the house. Yo, my brother in the house, Robert Perini, with an awesome picture of my nephew, my man. I call him the boss. Robert Jr. with his awesome glasses on. He is the man. He's a soccer star, and he's learning music and all the stuff the kids should be doing. I'm jealous. As a kid, I should have learned music. I should have gotten into fitness. I should have gotten into all this. I should be like built like a rock. I should be drumming. I should be singing. Now I'm doing this. I love this just as much. The Shark Jr., right? Well, that's my brother's kid. Not quite the Shark Jr. But a lot of good fun. Either way, the Philadelphia Phillies, as we love to do our updates, kind of crapped the bed today. A comeback attempt, but they lost 6-4 in the first game of the doubleheader. Second game of the doubleheader, they're winning 4-1 now in the bottom of the seventh inning. A real good pitching performance so far by Chris Sanchez. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, and 5 strikeouts. So the Phillies need to get back. Let's get a win tonight. We need it. You can still do it. Thank you, Cheyenne. I know. You got to see me drum. It is terrible. It is absolutely ridiculous. And yes, this is my godson. So we'll call him Shark Jr., my godson. How's Max doing? Who's Max? Got me confused already, dude. It's too early for that. It's actually 5-1 now, Phillies. Don't confuse me. Oh, Max Kepler. Hey, if you like a guy that hits about 211, it's perfect. But tonight he's 2 for 3. Run scored, a home run, 2 RBIs, up to 211. We'll take it. Well, God will take anything. Thank you, Max. Well, I get in so many different directions. I don't remember. What is Castellanos doing tonight, since we all love, he's so cute. He's 1 for 3. We'll take it. We'll take anything tonight. We'll take his. He's up to the plate now, if you want to tune in. But don't tune into that. Stay here. Got the Facebook up and running. Where's Jewel? No Jewel tonight. Jewel's Tuesday night. We do guest co-host on Wednesday night. We do a little bit of everything here. We did play some Circus Arts. And thanks, guys, for coming in. Thanks, Chris, for last night, jumping on. Jewel, great time here. Great time's going to be had tonight because I'm going to really get put in my place about how lazy I am and my ridiculous eating habits and how horrible I am for all you out there. I'm a terrible role model. My wife bitches me every day, says, come to the gym with me. And I'm always like, nah, I'm tired. Nah, I don't feel like it. Nah. This is why. The only thing I'm competing in right now is the roundness competition. I got that baby locked in. I want to find out where alcohol plays a role in her life as well. I got so many questions asked. I'm so excited. Right, who did tune into WMMR today? I know I did. I raced home. I had it on iHeart and then also on my radio. I got plenty of Circus Hearts there. I loved it. Right, now that's what people say. You wouldn't be tired if you went to the gym. Well, exactly. But I'm a guy, JD, like, if I don't get immediate results, I'm turned off. Like, I want to go to the gym one day, and then one day I want to be perfect cardio, perfect strength, perfect everything. I want all that in one day. That's why I stopped drumming. After 6 months, I still couldn't really perfectly drum. I'm like, all right, that's over. Makes people wonder how I stick to this so well. My wife said, you do that so well. I want to do everything else well. No. Master of some. I've been slacking with the gym, and I used to be so dedicated. I'm with that. I don't live in the city. I take trash right down to our compactor in the complex. Yeah, I put the trash right out on the island. They come get it. They're always late. They always come like 5 o'clock at night. But hey, shh, don't complain, Bucks Countyans. They're still taking our trash. Sorry, Philly. I love you, but yeah, the rain sucks. Let's get rid of the rain. Let's get some heat. Let's get some hot weather. But yeah, the sanitation strike, and hopefully this comes to an end soon because, yikes, it's been already terrible, and it just started. And people are like, my God, it smells so bad. And I can only imagine what it's like. And I remember this happened years ago, and it gets to be kind of nasty. It's trash, for God's sakes. But don't get any ideas of trying to get my address and bringing the trash here. I don't like yours. You can barely get rid of mine. I watch a show I hate because the remote fell on the floor. That's me. That's me. If the remote's too far away, I'm stuck watching Channel 12 or whatever that is. PBS? Is that what it is? Yeah, I think by the end of the night, if my wife tunes in, she went out to eat dinner with her friend Maria. If she tunes in, she's going to say, look, have that girl, pay her, and get her to kick your ass and get it in shape. She got a little smile backstage. She likes that too. Makes her laugh. There's something that women love about the thought of me getting my ass kicked and getting in shape. I don't know what it is. Don't you like me, Jolly? Sad. But yeah, sanitation strikes. And we're gonna get into this later, and I want to jump real quick because I'm so confused what's going on right now with this Sean Combs case. Um, Innocent on some counts, still some counts lingering. He says I'm heading home. Meanwhile, they give him no bail. He's still being held until this thing is finalized. But he's coming out a lot better than we thought. I guess money does, guess money is the root of everything. In this case, very, very bad. Because this guy, who everybody said, he's going away forever, seems to be turning the table a little bit. He's smiling in the courtroom and he's hugging people, and he's done. He should not be hugging anybody. Kinsey King in the house. Speaking of people who should not be hugging anybody. Totally kidding. Love you, bro. Love your music. Love your stuff. Look forward to more things from you soon. Money does talk, and that's what this is all about. And that's why, I don't really watch. I'm at work. I tune in to like the highlights that come on my phone. I'm like, all right, I'll listen to it for a minute. But in the end, it's not going to end well for the innocent. It never does. It never ever does. What is that we got there? Is that some kind of sea monster or something? I don't know. Thank you though for your Twitch contribution. We're Facebook, we're YouTube, we're Twitch. We got a website. We're all over the place. Check us out. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, because we have just great stuff here. And let's get to great stuff. Our guest tonight is backstage, and I am ready to bring her out and talk all about it. I put a picture of her up, and she said, "You know what? Use this one, and why not?" Boom! Look at that. That is fabulous form. I'm so impressed, and I marvel at somebody's dedication. I can even blow it up a little bit if you want to see it a little closer. Like the dedication to build yourself that amazing. Like it's awesome. I'm jealous, and I'm a guy, and I want to look like that. That's kind of strange, a little bit, maybe. Sure. Yeah, she looks terrific, and she's an awesome person. Very motivating, very smart, and we're looking forward to having her out here. So give me the thumbs up if you're ready. We're a little early, but we can do it now. Little head shake and two very into. She's like even working out, putting her thumbs up. That's how good she is at this, and how horrible I am at it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my extreme pleasure to welcome an incredible fitness competitor, bodybuilder, and a terrific healthcare worker, and one hell of an awesome human being, and somebody I consider a dear friend of mine. Let's welcome Yelena Rashina to the program. Hello there.
Hi. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you.
It is great to see you. I've been so excited for this since you first agreed to take this on. And like I said, we have, it started out the story real quick for people watching live or recorded. You were a client of mine a little while back.
Yes.
And everybody had always talked about how cool she is, how great she is, and and I did too, and I had the pleasure of it. And one day I just kind of texted, reach out, and you said, "Yeah, text me anytime. Like, let's talk." And we became great friends through it. I thank you for that. First,
Well, didn't I actually forget my keys there?
Yes, you did. That is actually how it did start. You did.
That
forget
was, you
your
actually
keys
reached
there.
out to me because I left my keys and my brain, and there you go.
Well, you're always such a busy person, and I get that, and I get when that happens. And in the car dealership business, you get a salesman that sells, and then he runs down the services, take care of this client of mine, take care of so and so, and everybody kept saying about you and how wonderful you are, and I picked it up right away, and I was thrilled to help you with your keys, and I've been thrilled to the bond that it's brought us to. So I thank you for that. I do.
Yeah, no, you're a good friend. We've been through it all, I think.
We certainly have,
And
and
I'm happy to be here.
thank
Finally.
you. Right? Finally, indeed. I've been wanting to have this for a long time because, like I said, you're terrific, and we talk, and every time we talk, I just get such a great feeling inside because you always say great positive things. You do great work, and now you got this. I mean, right off the bat, weightlifting, fitness competition, bodybuilding, Bikini Pro, co-founder of New Look Wellness. Of course, is your business. We'll get to that a little bit later. But tell us about the bikini competitions, the bodybuilding. when did this kick in for you? How did you get the notion that, you know what, I'm going to do this because you're killing it?
So I knew you were going to ask this question, so I thought about it a lot. But my answer is actually very interesting. I gave birth to my second child, who's now 4.5 years old. Uh, Obviously 4.5 years ago, and I had a very, very, very difficult pregnancy. I was practically on bed rest and stuff like that.
Wow.
Once I gave birth, I could not walk. I gained weight. I could barely walk. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't stretch. I couldn't do anything. And,
Wow.
and I've always been an athlete. And it started little by little. And I'm like, I have to do something. I have to do something. I can't move. And then I started training. And little by little by little, I got hooked up with my trainer. Her name is Julia. And it's just something clicked. And the passion exploded and the drive exploded. And then as soon as I saw trophies, I was like, I want one. I want that. And they have all these trophies. And she's like, she looks at me and she's like, mm-hmm. So then, like 10 months later, right, when I get all the baby fat off and stuff like that, she's like, all right, you still want to do it? I'm like,
Wow.
And there we go.
I guess that's what you call in the fitness world motivators, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though. And I never really dove into, what originally got you started with it. And I was always curious because, like I said, like tonight, like I didn't put up any of your links because a lot of your links go to your social and your private pages. And I figured, all right, we'll just talk and remember, and you can rewatch the episode whenever you want if you want to get to know. So I never really got into the heart of it. Now, when you first, how hard is it in the beginning to get a regimen, to get a program, and to stick to it? Because me, like, I'll walk a treadmill for 5 days, but okay, I'm good for a couple years.
So it's hard. It is hard. And I've always been a very disciplined person. Okay. So I've always been an athlete. I've done martial arts. But, as you get older, you kind of stop doing the things that your hobbies and life kicks in, and you have to do adulting. So
Boo.
it's hard. In the beginning, I had to push myself like a lot because another thing is knowing what my body is capable of because, from before and now I can barely walk or I can't even bend over. Like that really messes with your head. So every single day that I would go into the gym would be a day where I come home and I'd ask my son and I'd be like, where is my motivation? Like, how do I find motivation to keep on going? And he would tell me, little things here and there. All right, Ma, you got to say this in your head. Ma, you have to say this in your head. But it's a challenge. And I think a lot of people find it challenging to have that discipline and that drive to keep on going and doing over and over again.
I agree. Like I said, I see my wife out there, and she did CrossFit for a while and loved it and got like fit on it. Then laid back a little bit and then got back into going to the gym. And she always forces me, but she said it makes her feel good. Do you get like a great feeling inside after really going out and kicking ass at the gym? You get that adrenaline?
It took 2 years.
Wow.
It took 2 years. And I will tell you that over the last, I would say 6 months is when I have that feeling. And now it's like I crave it. So before I would get that feeling like, oh wow, like I'm proud of myself. Like I did good. But then I would also get the feeling like, oh my God, like this is hard. Like I did so bad, blah, blah, blah. But then little by little, the good started outweighing the bad feelings, and they start taking over. And now I love it to such an extent that it's like my therapy. Like I want to go because it's like a meditation almost,
Wow. I can do it. Yeah. I get cravings too, though. I crave cookies and cupcakes and cheesesteaks and pizza. That's my craving. But that's awesome, though, to get into that mental state of mind where you, like I said, you want it. It's beyond your past needing it. Now you want it. That's pretty awesome. Does your family and people around you be like, what do you mean you want it? Because your son is younger. It's easy when you're younger to be like, have that energy to go. Not that we're old, but, as a young kid, teenagers are like, yeah, they got it. What do they say to you about your routines?
They think I'm crazy. They think I'm crazy, and I get a lot of, I don't know if I'm allowed to curse, crap.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I get a lot of shit, especially during prep. Okay. Like when I'm really like the months before the competition is tough. Like every gram counts, every step counts, just there's a lot of pressure, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And they're like, why are you doing this? You know, why do you want to do it? I want the trophy. I mean, I don't know what
Right.
to tell you. Like, I'm a Scorpio, I'm competitive, and I won the trophy, and it keeps me accountable.
And as we look again, we go back to this picture. There is a trophy right at your feet. That does have to be an awesome feeling, though, to place, to be one of the top, and that I guess fuels you even more to want to do it more and more. Correct?
Yeah, big time, big time. And you know, I'll tell you honestly, another thing is that I am most proud. I'm genuinely proud of myself because I always said to myself that when I turn 40, I want to be fit. And I turned 40 and I won my overall bikini pro.
Wow, wow, wow. Well,
And
there you go.
that was
Hey,
like, you know, it meant a lot. It meant a lot.
it's what the kids call talking it into existence, and you went out
Yeah,
and did it. That's pretty awesome. And 40, God bless you. You look terrific. I am
thank you.
nowhere near 40, and you can see it. It's this. This does make me look very old. This you don't even remember me with this thing back in those days. It was a goatee, and now I got all this mess. Let's talk about dieting, of course, because food is my number one weakness. Food and some alcohol, sure, but food is my big weakness. What does your diet look like? What are you eating? When are you eating? And if you can, kill a couple of myths about food as far as when to eat, how to eat, etc. Give us a little bit of the diet end of this whole thing.
This is my favorite part. Okay.
Great. All right.
This is where my nursing stuff comes in because I've always been very big on wellness and nutrition and making sure that you're healthy inside and beautiful on the outside, right? Two, it's like you got to have them married together.
I'm halfway there. I'm beautiful on the outside.
You, so you asked me two questions, right? So
Kind
the
of.
first question is basically what I eat. So what I eat is very, very structured. I do have to have enough proteins, enough carbs, and enough fats every single day. I use
Wow.
an app. I plug all my stuff in, I weigh it, I meal prep, I do the whole 9 yards. Okay. And I'm happy to talk more about that.
Sure.
And then you asked me another question, which was the common myths, which is one of my favorite questions to talk about.
Great.
The biggest thing, so with my med spa, I have a lot of patients in my weight loss program, and this is the number one question: is what can I and what can I not eat? People are afraid of carbs.
Yes.
People are afraid of satiety. People are afraid that if I eat and I feel full and I had something good, that they're going to get fat. People are afraid that when the scale goes up 2 to 3 pounds a day, that they've just like this.
It's over.
They don't understand where it's coming from. So one of the biggest things that's important in anything that you do is consistency. Okay. People need to stop yo-yoing with everything. That's the biggest thing. If you have not tried something for 30 days or 3 months,
Yeah.
you might as well, you cannot have an opinion about it.
True. I like that.
And that includes what you eat. So a nice balanced diet, you could have sweets occasionally, but it's important. Your diet is super duper important.
Oh, so how often? I'll throw a couple words at you, and you tell me how often these cross your path. Pizza.
Like how often do I eat it?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't eaten pizza probably in like half a year.
What?
Uh,
I can't go a week without at least a slice of pizza. See, it's a thing like that. All right, let's try, and this is big with cardiologists and all that. A cheesesteak.
Maybe over a year.
I'm not good at this at all. You can tell you're never going to see me at the male bodybuilding and bikini competition.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm,
like oatmeal, chicken breast,
I'm
the
good with
fish
that.
is like I love berries. Like oh my gosh, I love berries so much. Fruits, berries. I'm not a big vegetable person.
Hmm,
I
I'm
like,
with that.
yeah, chicken, fish, berries.
And it's funny because, like, my wife always says it's mostly my fault because I bring the junk food into the house. She does
Oh yeah.
like, she loves oatmeal, berries, blended shakes with berries in them and fruit, you know, and her vegetables are also key for her too. Uh, see, she's already on me. You are beautiful. Tell my husband he needs to do some cardiovascular workout. I knew she wouldn't
You
take
need to
her
get your
long.
ass in the gym.
I knew it would not take her long, and there she is. So this is a good question that she has. What is your thoughts on fasting? Like some people think eating is this big taboo.
Um, it depends for what purpose. What is the purpose of your fast? If I am working out, 5 days a week, for me to fast, I don't know if that's healthy. Is there a purpose to that fast? What is my goal in a fast? Right? Is it like a spiritual thing? Is it a detox thing? I have to understand more about what the intention.
Okay, that makes it. Do you? Because in high school I used to wrestle, and weight class, of course, was big, and you used to kind of starve yourself. That's really not healthy, though, is it?
No, no. I mean,
No.
like for a day, if you have to not like be okay on competition day, we don't eat, right? Or in
Okay.
well, I don't. I can't say for everybody, right? So I don't eat. I eat very small amounts, okay, just to keep my body like not dead. I have just enough to give myself energy, right?
Okay.
I don't. But that's considered a fast, right? When you sleep, and if you sleep for 8 hours, that's considered a short-term fast. If you extend that a little bit into your breakfast time, that's considered intermittent fasting.
Okay.
So it's not like this big like ooh fasting. It's just periods of not eating.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. And guys like me on my day off, I sleep about 12 hours, so I'm fasting like a
You-
fiend.
exactly. You're like legit intermittent fasting.
I got this thing all lined up. Now, my wife says she doesn't eat until 12 or 1, so she's burning calories for energy and using stored fat, and it seems to work for her. And it does because she's a nurse also.
hmm
As you nurses know, there's little time to eat properly, which is a great question for her out there and for you. How do you find the time to properly eat doing what you're doing? And is it a myth that if you eat quick, it's worse for you?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. If you go to Europe, nobody's going to be eating in their cars. A meal should be something that you sit and you enjoy and you take in. And by the way, and I will get back to this fasting thing because she's right. Intermittent fasting is good for this kind of purpose. But one of the most important things that everybody needs to do is when they eat, they need to mindfully eat. So when you eat slow, your body has the time to feel satiety, right? But if you
Okay.
eat fast, your body's receptors don't have enough time to be like, oh my gosh, she's full. So you have this delayed response of like, oh my God, I can't move, you know?
Then you look just like me. It's like you're watching me.
So that's essentially what you have. Like if you're eating nice and slow, sitting down, you want to chew your food. A lot of people don't chew as much as they should. So all those things, they actually help uh, balance your meal to make sure they're in proportion because you're going to feel full.
It makes sense. It really does. It's so awesome to listen to people who do it daily explain it. And I always like by the time it's done, I'm like, that's it. put the alcohol away, throw out the junk food, and then tomorrow at work I'll be eating nothing but shit. That's how it works. Now, my wife, again, she's used to CrossFit. What was your outlook on CrossFit? Some people love it. Some people say, I don't know
Great.
how it is for your body. Do you
It's
like it?
amazing. It's amazing. Absolutely. Oh my God, it's fun. It's so much fun. I've done CrossFit. It's so my joints are not the strongest, so it's too rough for my body after that pregnancy part, that's
Sure.
so I literally my body cannot handle that anymore. That's why I can't go back to jiu-jitsu either, because I used to do jiu-jitsu. But it's amazing. It's great. I think that's the best.
She loved it. She got addicted. Everybody says you get addicted to it. She was addicted to it. And, you know, again, like she said she wasn't competing and trying to bodybuild, but she felt great about the way it made her feel. Now, you're working out to compete. Give us a day in the life, like your workout regimen. What does it take to build in certain ways, and what does your workout look like on a daily basis?
So I work out 5 times during off season. I work out 5 times a week.
Wow.
Three
God.
times about, it's not long. My workout is like 40, 45 minutes. So it's truly not long. My gym is across the street. My trainer, she's also very close to me. So I do 3 days with my trainer and I do 2 independent days. I hit my upper body once a week and I do the lower body like 3 to 4 ish. Like, and then like a full body in there somewhere, like a lighter full body type of situation.
And that's good. You see a lot of people that get into bodybuilding and fitness, just from what I see, they don't seem to pay as much attention to the lower part of the body. Legs need to be sculpted. Nothing. I used,
The chicken legs.
yeah, I used to have great legs. They went away with age, but I was always a leg guy. And when I wrestled, it was all about legs. And you see, yeah, a lot of them are like they're here, and then they're like walking like
Hmm.
because of leg. Well, no offense to what this could be, but yeah. Legs, ladies and gentlemen, get your heads out of the gutter.
uh,
Oh my goodness! But that's pretty cool. Now, in judging this, oh, my wife said you are so knowledgeable. Thank you so much. She is knowledgeable, so I was dying to have her come on and talk about this stuff. Like I said, it's more than just music here. It's everything. It's everything. It's a craft, and doing what you're doing, I consider it an art, and it's an art form. When you're in competition, what do the judges look for? What kind of build? What kind of muscular structure? And we'll ask your strong points after, but what do they look for?
so there's different divisions, and in each division, they look for different things. So since my last division, I used to do wellness, and then I switched to bikini. So in bikini, they want like a very hourglass, very feminine look. They don't want a lot of like muscular striations and stuff.
Yeah.
But like if you notice as you get higher and higher to the pro, there is more muscle, you know what I mean? And it is favored, but we're not talking about like Arnold Schwarzenegger type of stuff. They want nice glutes, right? Your glutes, your legs is huge, huge, because that's like one of the hardest things to build. They want to make sure that you have a slim waist. They want to make sure that your
Okay.
shoulders are proportionate. They want to see a whole package, proportion, elegance, stage presence, all of that.
Show me that gun real quick. You kind of flashed the gun.
I don't trade.
All right.
I don't trade my biceps.
It's good though. I mean, it's impressive. It shows structure, and I always wondered how they judge. And like you see certain people get these accolades, and certain people do it. I'm like, well, what are they looking for? Now,
I'm actually going to go in October to judging school. However that looks
wow.
like. Yeah. I'm interested too. I had the same question. So me being a science nerd, I'm like, okay, let me go try.
Science nerd. I love that. And I guess you have to have mind and body, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you just can't. Obviously, like I said, the people that don't work their legs, like, what are you
It's
doing?
it's mentally tough, and I feel like I'm a tough girl, but it is mentally tough sometimes. Like I'll give you an example, right? So last Sunday, right? So we're all human, right? So I
Sure.
had like some kind of a glitch in my system, and I decided to eat s'mores with the kids, and I couldn't resist. And I can eat a lot, so I did not stop at one s'more.
No, you
No,
can't.
no. I stopped at like 3 to 4 Hershey bars and a pack of marshmallows and then a tub of Ben and Jerry's later. Okay. I call my trainer the next day and I'm like in a confessional. I'm like, I messed up. I really messed up. I had some Ben and Jerry's. And like that's mentally exhausting because it goes both ways. Like you want to be easy and you want to be hard and you want to be all these things, but we're all human. And anytime where anybody's trying to do something and they screw up, okay, you hop back on the horse and you just keep it moving. You know what I mean? So, and that's how it is. That's how you have to look at it mentally. It is challenging, but you do your best and you just try to be a little bit better every single day.
That's everything coming out of your mouth is motivational, and it feels good to hear it. Now, I want to get into this, and if this question is kind of like a wrong question, you can blow it off. You didn't give me the finger, whatever you want to do. There is this misconception by men that women get to be bodybuilders, they're not sexy anymore. It doesn't look good. They're ruining themselves. Blah 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 blah. I, for one, doesn't bother me. When my wife worked out, she looked great. My wife looks great now, always looking great. How much BS is that now? Because I watched some of your videos and some of your competitions. There's some beautiful women out there. How stupid are men now to think that this is ruining women's bodies? Because I think it just adds to, you know.
So it's a great question.
Thank you.
This is something that I went through and it sucked. Okay. Because when you're in prep, you lose a lot of your body fat. Like you just don't have it. So my ass disappeared. Like I was like 110 pounds. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I had nothing. And I'm right now I'm like at 118-ish, 117. Right. So I've gotten a lot back, but I had nothing. And it's not attractive. You know what I mean? It is I shouldn't say that. It wasn't attractive to like my mom. She's like, oh my God, he's going to leave you. You don't have an ass, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, and I'm like, babe, what do you prefer better? Like a booty or what it is now? It looks beautiful in a picture. And he said, I prefer a booty, which I can understand because it's just more to grab onto. You know what I mean?
Sure. We all love that.
I think that everybody has their preferences.
Sure.
But from my experience, those few, especially that last month before prep, you end up just looking sometimes very dry. I did. Very, very dry, very lean, very, very thin.
Okay. And the one picture that I used originally, you said that you look like the devil. Get rid of it. Here's a picture. So,
Oh my gosh.
my apologies. I try to, I never ask anybody to send me a picture. I just try and go out on my own and fish a picture I think that looks good. And you hated it, so you sent me the other one, which I love. Like I said.
Sure, that's not of like my forehead wings pop out. Like I literally looked like this.
I gotta tell you, I know my wife is watching, but I can guarantee not a lot of men are looking at your forehead. I could definitely. So what would you say is, they said in competition they look for certain things. What would you say is your strongest asset and your weakest asset? What do you think could always be better, and what do you think you've nailed?
So this competition, I think that my glutes and my shoulders were great. I got really good feedback from the judges on everything. I just need to work on building everything a little bit more, getting like a little bit more muscle mass in there, a little more density in there, and a little bit, larger for like my legs. And as far as weakness, so I have diastasis after the baby, like
Okay.
normal separation. So it's my abs. That would be my roughest right now, my lower abs, because of the diastasis. It's pretty big, so I have to figure out what to do with that.
Wow, it's hard to guess from the pictures, and I guess that's the thing that goes into this competition. Like I said, they want to see it a perfect package, and your pictures come out great, and it does look like a perfect package. And everybody's their toughest critic. Like there's people that look great, and they're like, I don't like this, I don't like that. Do you ever look at yourself and like, this is terrible? Like, do you get in that mindset?
Probably the second, like the first, second week after the show, I did, yeah. But not like terribly, but like it, you kind of go from like this perfect, just this thing, like a little statue, because you could just see every little muscle that you just busted your ass working for, right? And then little by little, you start eating more like carbs and stuff. So the water weight comes back on at first. And you're like, whoa, like what just happened? And you're still thin. You're still like, you look good, but in your head, there's a lot of mind games. Again, at least
Sure.
for me.
Well, that's for everybody. A lot of people are really their toughest critic. And that's why I think at times I look at myself and kind of laugh, like, I'm alive. But people are like, yeah, but you could be better. We can all be better, absolutely. But don't pressure me, please. Let's talk a little bit about, we talked a lot about the competition and your regimen, and that's all great. We love that. But let's talk about New Look Wellness. When we first started talking a while back, I believe you were running a doctor's office, you were like a nurse and all that. And now you've gone on, you've started your own business, New Look Wellness. Tell us about this awesome company and what you do and what you offer.
So, my career has always been helping in home care. Okay. I was a nursing director. All right. So that's what I was. And then little by little, there were things that happened, and I started falling in love with just the idea. I wanted to impact more people. That's where it came from. I wanted
Gotcha.
to empower more people. I felt like I wasn't doing enough. And I had like, at one point I had 800 patients under me in the agency. It was a huge agency,
Wow.
great, amazing people, but I just could not help enough people the way that I wanted to. So little by little, I was like, all right, what can I do? And at the same time, I like pretty things. I'm good with my hands. And you have a dirty mind, so stop. I'm good. I'm good with my hands, and I'm good at injecting. I've always been very precise. I'm a nerd. Like, I'm a huge nerd, so I really love anatomy and physiology and understanding how everything works. And I felt like the next step would be to do like a med spa type of situation where I can focus on beautifying people from the inside and on the outside, because it's mine. If I were to just go work as a nurse injector, I would just be doing injecting, right?
Yeah.
Or like maybe some patient teaching. But I wanted something of mine because I want to share what I have to offer to people. And I'm like, I'm a lot. I'm
Yeah.
a lot, but if you spread it out, then it's not so bad. And that's why I did that. And I love it because I get to help people, look pretty. And it's not about looking pretty, it's about confidence. It's
Sure.
about feeling empowered. You have a lady come in and she's like, well, I want lips, right? Most people don't just want lips. There's something behind it. Those
Right.
lips are going to give you something. Is it your husband that cheated on you, which sucks, but it happens to everybody, and it's happened to my patients, and she just wants to feel better. She wants to feel like something. And you get to do that. And then you have your other side of the patients where they're suffering from issues with weight, or with like they just don't feel good. And that's where the wellness component comes in, where I can tailor their vitamins. We can do IV infusions, we can do hormonal panels, we can do weight loss. It's endless the way that I can help people, and that's what I like to do.
That's pretty amazing. And you call yourself kind of a science nerd. Um, the question I have, because like I said, I've always marveled at your intelligence. You really do study your field, know your field. You study weightlifting and competition and know that very well too. You're originally Ukrainian, correct?
I'm Jewish, but
Jewish, okay.
from Ukraine. Yeah, I was
From Ukraine.
of Ukraine. Yeah.
Do you notice now? I don't know how far removed you are. We never really talk about how long it's been since you've been out that way. But is it American style? Is it different? Do we approach things differently? Do we have a different outlook, or is it just people? Is it all like a general outlook as a whole?
Outlook on what exactly? Like, just like,
Um, life, fitness,
yeah,
anything. Just
it's very different, and it's different. Yeah.
very politically correct. It's different. I like
I
that.
mean, here it's a lot more, if we compare to, let's say, Ukraine that I am from, because I'm from USSR, I'm not from Ukraine, right?
Okay.
So I don't know the Ukraine that it is now. But in general, here people are always nicer and like they smile more and they help each other. Like you'll see, somebody on the street, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. There, yeah, you probably see that less. It's a little colder,
Yeah.
So that, little minor differences. Food, the way that, family system works is a little bit different sometimes.
And not to have you downplay your heritage or anything at all. Do you feel this is more like where you belong?
In America,
Yeah, just with that overall outlook of helping and smiling and
I'm a smiley person, so I guess I do like that. And like I'm a friendly person, so I probably fit in better here. um but I'm still very like yeah, I love this country, but I am very very close to my heritage, and I raise my kids, everybody speaks both languages. I believe in culture, so we inherit one, but it doesn't mean we forget the other.
that's awesome. That really is. Like I said, there's just not a bad answer that comes out of your mouth. It's really just terrific. Um, I don't know if they're watching live. They might watch later, but I want to give a shout out to Jan and Diana, who of course were friends of mine and friends of yours. And he messaged me. He's like, "Oh my God, we know her." I'm like, "We've had this talk before, dude. We've had it." Um, and he was just thrilled to see that I'm giving you a platform to come out and talk about what you see and what you do. And like I said, it could reach hundreds, it could reach thousands, hopefully thousands. That's what I want. The main goal for everybody that comes on here to just get their time, talk about what they do, and I don't get bad guests. Everybody comes on so brilliantly, and you're brilliant tonight. This is fantastic. And listen, my wife enjoyed it, my audience enjoyed it, I enjoyed it. Of course, I'm going to keep drinking vodka teas here and probably smoking a vape or something, but I feel good about what you're telling me. Um, Alcohol. Yes, no,
I don't.
none.
I
Wow.
stopped drinking, and I used to drink a lot. I'm Russian. We used to. I mean, like I'm talking about. It starts on Thursday and ends on Sunday, and it's not like, oh, I'm drunk. No, we just drink a lot, and we're just normal. Okay. And yeah, I had to stop. That was a difficult one. That was hard.
Wow, so you traded power drinking for powerlifting.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
It's
she
it's
came
not.
here for that.
Maybe because I'm older now. I don't know what it is, but like I did drink recently. Like I drank a little bit, and it doesn't do what I don't know. It just sits different. And then
It's
the next day, I feel very like not efficient, and I'm like, ugh. I don't. Ain't
yeah.
nobody got time for that.
It's great the moment of. The day after is not so great.
Yeah, yeah. Oh well, there you go. There's IVs for that.
Yeah, and then now do you do that at New Look Women?
Yes, yes,
Really?
yes. I
Honey,
just
we've
got a
got
new
a place.
I had somebody call me on Sunday, and I already had my bathing suit on. Sunday's like my chill family meal prep day, right? Clean laundry, all that kind of stuff. So somebody, oh, good job. Very nice. I like wolves, by the way. So anyway, right? So somebody calls and they're like, Yelena, I need help. I'm like, all right, come. So I got my bathing suit. My kids are running around. I have a house full of people. They got their IV,
That's awesome.
and they walked out feeling better.
It's amazing. You're doing a great thing and for yourself and for other people. And I always tell my wife, sometimes come home and in nursing life, like, oh my God, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. And the next day you go back and help somebody get a thank you, a smile from a patient, etc. You realize the difference you're making. Shout out to you. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to nurses out there everywhere. Anybody in the healthcare field, man, they should be put on pedestals. We should carry you on our backs to work. You're
Yes,
all just doing amazing work.
I
And
agree.
incredible. So when is the next competition? What do you got coming up?
I was actually just talking to my trainer about this. The next it should be in January, but the problem is I'm supposed to get married in February.
Oh wow!
So
Congratulations.
I'm trying to figure out because now I'm competing at the pro division. So there's less competitions, but it's whatever it is, it's next year. It's 2026. I'm gonna have a good building season.
Okay.
And I want I need to build, and then I will be ready to step on stage in 2026. Just not sure exactly when. I'll let you know.
That's awesome. Yeah, let me know and keep me posted. And of course, if you want to know more, you can ask me and I'll ask you what kind of links you want to share. Like I said, tonight I didn't want to get a lot of your stuff is your personal pages and
I
keep
don't
that
have
separate.
personal pages. My pages are my pages.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I will show you all the ways, and you can find Yelena, of course, on social media, on Facebook, of course, definitely, and check out New Look Wellness because it sounds like you're doing a terrific thing there, and I'm very happy for the fact that it's yours and you own it and you run it the way you want it. Because you used to always tell me
I
early
have
on, like you
I have
wanted
a
to.
partner. I have a
Oh, well,
partner.
yeah, sure.
Yes,
Okay.
I have a partner, Dr. Haynes. Okay, he's a great doctor. He's a emergency pediatrician. Amazing, very, very knowledgeable. So it's me and him. We're married with the business,
I like that.
but we have the same outlook when it comes to wellness and helping people. So
I
it
guess you
works
have
out.
to. Yeah, I guess as a partnership, it is great to be on the same page, certainly,
Yeah,
because I've been down that road where partners are not on the same page. Doesn't end near as well.
yeah,
Last question.
yeah.
How often, let's say you're at the gym or you're out or whatever, how often do men want to arm wrestle you?
Never, never,
Never?
never, never, ever. No.
I feel like there's egomaniacs out there. I could beat her, and
I mean, I guess maybe because we're just at the gym and like what I have noticed is that men, instead of looking at me like, ooh, like, well, maybe I'm oblivious, but before I used to go into the gym and like a girl can tell when a guy is checking you out. You know what I mean? You feel like a piece of meat. But now when they go into the gym, I feel like people are they come to me and they're like, hey, like, are you a bodybuilder? And I'm like, uh I guess. I mean, yeah. So I think like that actually went away a little bit. And it's more of like maybe my form just looks, good enough. And people understand that this is what I do. And this is not just like some chick that wants whatever she wants, which is also fine.
Sure.
Just stay away
Absolutely.
from
So, married in February. Congratulations on that, and everything you do. Congratulations on it. And thank you
Thank
for being
you.
a great friend to me. Like there's times I
And
just kind of reach out.
congratulations to you. The show is incredible.
Thank you.
This was like one of your dreams for such a long time. This is awesome. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I love doing it. I've got a great audience because we always get great guests, and everybody really delivers and brings intelligence and well-rounded thought. And when I asked you, I knew 100% you would come out and just crush this and be perfect at it. And tonight was perfect. I had an absolute blast. We've already passed the half-hour mark, so I will let you go. But I want to give you a massive thank you. Good luck in future competitions. Good luck with the marriage. And shout out to you as a family woman, too. Your kids grow up great. Your son's got to be so big. I remember when I first knew he's like this little kid. Now he's like this big dude. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely awesome.
Thank you so
Yelena,
much.
do I say it right? Yelena
Yep.
Rashina.
Yep.
Okay, I want to make sure because even back in the day, I used to spell it wrong and everything. You're like, "What's wrong with you? You're horrible spelling. It ain't wrong." I got it right now. And like I said, if you want to learn more, check out New Look Wellness on social media, and you can find Yelena on Facebook. And have any more questions you have, you can always ask me, and I'll be glad to share and improvise
Thank
and do
you.
whatever I can to help. Thank you so much for this. This was awesome. I enjoyed every minute of it. We'll talk soon, and we'll bring you back soon too when more competitions come up, and we'll see how we do in the winter. Because I know a lot of us in the winter tend to get fatter and hibernate.
Get fluffy.
Get fluffy. That is like the
Fluffy.
cutest way to tell a fat guy he's fat. Here's just fluffy. Yelena, thank you so much. Have a great night, and we'll talk soon.
Okay, bye. Good night. Thank you.
Yelena Rashina, ladies and gentlemen, bodybuilding, bikini competitions, everything. She is wonderful. Healthcare and wellness, and you name it, she brings it. An awesome human being. JD Wolf, thank you, dude, for that as well. And thank you for chiming in, and congratulations on all those years of sobriety, man. It's a tough fight. And you get people like Yelena to come on and give us a little motivation. Oh, she's so cool. And we tell that story, we laugh about it with the keys. I kind of got it started with keys. She came back one night, I was working late, got to talking for a little bit, started talking about who we knew, the area, etc., etc. And then, like, every once in a while, we share a text or share a message about what she's got going on. And then I noticed this, and she started doing these competitions. I'm like, you know what? How about coming on the show and telling us all about it? And she's like, I'd love to. And that was great. And I had a great time with that. My wife says she's going to go back and check it later for some of the tips. She's out right now eating. Could hear some, couldn't hear it all. Like I tell everybody, man, the replay, it airs 24/7. If you just follow us, The Yo Show on YouTube, subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Damn it. Who doesn't love free? Subscribe and you can catch things you might have missed. Catch the tips from Yelena. Catch music from the Circus Arts like we're going to do now. We're going to do another song. And big thank you to Yelena. As you know, our good friends, the Circus Arts. And they were here last night. Chris, of course, was here last night. And they are the WMMR Local Shots Band of the Month. So I said, why not spend the next couple days playing some music? Congratulations to those guys. Once again, I'm going to play another song from the Circus Arts. This is This Old Coat. And for all yous out there, since nobody answered, this was the debut. This was the song that we got tonight on Local Shots. The Circus Arts, This Old Coat. They have an EP out on vinyl. Yes, vinyl. A stitch or two. If you like it, find them on Facebook and Instagram and all that. The Circus Arts. Buy the vinyl. It's great. I'm going to show you how great. This Old Coat. The Yo Show. About 4 minutes. We'll be back. Talk a little bit more. I'll do some topics. Talk about who's coming on the show soon. And all that great stuff. Stick around. We'll be right back.
She says I'm old hat, she's looking for something new. But all I ever wanted to be was tried and true. We spent a lot of time loving and
This old coat, the Circus Arts, is the band that has no Philadelphia people and around the world. They are the 93.3 WMMR Local Shots Artist of the Month for July, and you can catch that every Wednesday night at 6:30. Don't live in Philly? Not a problem. Download the app, WMMR. Go on iHeartRadio and just search WMMR 93.3 here in Philadelphia. And every Wednesday night, 6:30, make sure you get on and check out the Circus Arts. Chris and Joe and Sean and Mike and the ladies. Just get that whole band, man. Check them out. They're awesome. They're Brent Porsche called them like a 9-piece ensemble, I believe, something like that. They are. And they're all super talented. And this is rock music the way it should be. A vintage sound in a modern era. They do it so well. They come out on stage. Their live performances are just perfect. And you think that's great on the EP? See this band live. Go to their social media sites. Buy merch. Support these dudes. The great Chris Peace, of course, was in our chat. Thank you, dude. Just went over to listen to Baby Bye Bye and seeing you in the video as well. Thanks, bro. That is, man, you talk about magic moments, and I will give a few, like 6th Century. I went to do one of their videos. They shot up in Doylestown, and that's great. I love that. I love watching that. I love watching this, too, because while that was acted, this was genuine. There was no acting. We didn't even know a video was being shot. That's the gut reaction. You see my wife dancing and me screaming in the background and Jewel filming. I know we laughed about the film, but filming, getting those moments, and everybody in the crowd, that's a natural reaction. And I love the fact that that was captured because that's how I feel. And that's how you feel when you see this band, man. It makes you feel good. And seeing their crowd and the audience makes you feel good. It really gets you into the spirit the way music is supposed to. You know I'm a music junkie. My man J.D. Wolf is. I know Derek is. My wife is becoming one, of course. And yeah, man, this is the band. This is one of those bands that make you just adore music. No doubt about it. The Circus Arts. We're going to play a couple more from them in a little bit. My man, Yosho. This makes me feel good too. And because of this, I meet people like you in the band, and just that to me is like the main reason I do this, dude. People are like, money and none of that. Care less. I got a day job for money. This is for the fun, for the love, the hobby, and God, I gotta get this tooth fixed. Where's that dentist? Reach back out. You're supposed to be doing all this work to help me get ready and fix my teeth. More topics. How about this? Chuck's Arcade is the new craze. It's already in a few states. Chuck's Arcade is an adult arcade created by the Chuck E. Cheese Company. How about that? So Chuck E. Cheese said it's more or less a thank you to the people who are now adults, who were the kids back in the day when Chuck E. Cheese was a big success. Kind of cool. And a lot of them will be serving food. Pizza will be served a lot of them. Drinks. And they have some of the classic arcade games like your Donkey Kongs and stuff like that. And also some new games kind of luring the kids as well, I guess. I don't know if kids are allowed to get that deep into it. But, hey, an adult arcade is what we need today. An adult Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck's Arcade is the creation. I think it's pretty cool. I like it. I want to check one out. It's not in the area yet. It's in, I know it's in Florida, and I think they said Missouri has some, and they're out there. I think there's like 6 or 7 locations right now, so why not, man? I liked their pizza. I know people talk smack on it. I liked it. Until I heard they used to. No, never mind. Never mind. We're not going there on this program. I refuse. Let's be happy with Chuck's Arcade and leave it at that. Here's a story I couldn't believe. The beautiful and talented actress, Miss Olivia Munn, was talking recently in an interview about the a hair-pulling disease known as trichotillomania. I don't know if I said that exactly right, but trichotillomania, which is crazy. Of course, my wife is a huge Chris Peace fan. We both are. We've gone to see him do solo stuff as well. Chris is awesome. Super talented. So, and I don't know, like I said, my wife being a nurse in the medical field, maybe I should have ran this past her before she left. But this is let's go to my page. I lost my page of notes there. Sorry, it happens. Every great reporter still makes notes. So apparently, what this is you have the urge to pull hair out of your body, out of your scalp, your eyebrows, your eyelashes. It says any part of the body. I'm not getting too graphic because it sounds painful. And supposedly there's a thrill, there's the pain, the thrill, the satisfaction of it, and then regret. This sounds pretty damn wild because I know sometimes like I get a mustache hair hanging. I'm like, okay, bloop, it's gone. And when talking about the condition, she says it's almost like you can see it coming out or you know it's coming out and you just want to get it out. And at first it's like, okay, I'm going to get this hair out. But then it becomes an obsession, like she's pulling hair out of her head. I don't know. Like, to me, the pain does not bring satisfaction. It hurts. You pull a hair out of the wrong section of your body, it's going to hurt. I don't care who you are, where you're doing it from, and what kind of disease you have. This is kind of terrible, though. It sounds horrible. It's like pulling from scalp, eyebrows, other parts of your body. Mun, not numb, I don't know where numb came from, but Mun states you believe a certain hair is going to come out, you pull it, it's out, there's pain, satisfaction, regret. I mean, God forbid you pull out a big clump. She's got long, beautiful, dark hair. Like, stop messing with it. Guys like me have none. No pun intended. That's mun and none. I blew that joke. It sucked. Anyway, I think I said it right. Trichotillomania. Very interesting subject. I always go looking for subjects to talk about. And sometimes you don't see a lot. And I saw this. I'm like, hey, I'm talking about this. The audience is quiet about it. Where's Jewel when you need her? The big one is making its way. It's coming up. Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, and more on hand this weekend to celebrate Black Sabbath's final show. The legend of Black Sabbath, of course. So many metal bands and rock bands pay homage, give credit to Black Sabbath as the band that restarted it all. And why not? Just so many classic songs and great stuff. And Ozzy, the quintessential crazy frontman, biting heads off bats and drugs and wild stories, and just a super talented bunch of guys. Tony Iommi and Geezer Butler and Bill Ward and Ozzy. They had their differences. They separated for a while. Dio took over. Ozzy went solo. Had a great career doing that. But now they're going to say goodbye with Ozzy's health obviously deteriorating. But a terrific show. So many great acts there. Sharon Osbourne has done a lot to help put this together. It's in England, of course. You can watch it via simulcast or stream a simulcast. It was like 1980. You could stream it live. There's details, but it's gonna be very cool. Black Sabbath, man, I owe it to you too, man. I grew up with Black Sabbath. My brother was a big Black Sabbath fan. I was a 6, 7-year-old kid listening to Iron Man. It was like the greatest song ever, and War Pigs and Fairies Wear Boots, and the list goes on and on. Paranoid, there's just so many great songs by this band. It's a little sad, when you watch these bands as kids, like Kiss, Black Sabbath, even Aerosmith. Joe Perry talked recently about how their last show is coming up. Kiss has supposedly played their last show for this month. Black Sabbath, like I said, pretty much Ozzy, this is pretty much his last hurrah. And it's said that it's going to be tough for Indy to get it. They're going to do it on this night. I'm excited for it. I don't know what the stream costs. I'm sure it costs something, but I would love to watch it. It's just going to be a magical moment with some of the greatest bands ever paying tribute to Black Sabbath. 4th of July, of course, is coming this weekend. Friday is 4th of July. Happy birthday to America. Happy birthday, Americans. I will be July 5th at Harris, a real great party out there. Food truck festival, music, and fireworks. The great Sarah Spicer, who is originally a local artist who made her way down to Nashville, will be one of the main performers on stage. A smaller stage for some of our local artists. The Goodbyes, good friends of ours, will be there for that. Congratulations on them, by the way, for landing a new drummer today. Welcome to the Goodbyes, a great band, love them. Can't wait to see Sarah Spicer on stage. Can't wait to get my hands on some good food and some fun fireworks. I dig the 4th of July. I do. My dogs hate it, and I always feel awful for the dogs. The fireworks drive them crazy. So take it easy on my puppies, would you? More circus arts? Absolutely. Let's play some more from the WMMR Band of the Month. Last night, I ended last night with circus arts. I think we're going to do it again tonight because it was really a crowd pleaser. It almost made me cry. But for now, let's rock. Annie, come on. It's a great song. 3 minutes and 16 seconds long. WMMR's Local Shop Band of the Month. The Circus Arts. Annie, come on, off that great EP. The Circus Arts, a stitch or two. Get it. It's awesome. This band is awesome. Enjoy. We'll be back live Wednesday night. This is the O Show. Jeff the Shark Perini. WMMR's Local Shop Band of the Month, the Circus Arts, and Annie, come on, an absolutely terrific, classic, vintage style rock song brought out by the Circus Arts. We love it. Chris Peace again, man. We absolutely love that. Some emojis, some people checking out. My man Zach Wolf in the house. What is up, Zach? Great metal dude, bringing in some great metal bands. We got a lot of them coming on the program. We'll talk about who's coming on in a moment. Thumbs up from Dale Irwin. My man Miguel Santiago in the house. And my brother Rob Peruni. Thank you for the emojis and the love and the shout outs. And thanks to everybody who comes on the program. Thank you to Yelena for being terrific tonight. Thank you to Circus Arts for not only coming on the show last night, but allowing me to play the music last night and tonight. A great return for Jewel, a great band that the city of Philadelphia is going to learn to love. Brent Porsche, keep up the good work, man. Keep up that local shots. And hey, MMR, if you ever happen to scoot past this to see what we do, me and Jewel would love a show. We'll work at 3 o'clock in the morning. We don't care. That's much we love doing. That's how much we love doing this stuff. Jewel right now is probably watching from home, just getting ready to strangle me beyond all belief. It's okay, though. I kind of ran out of topics. How did that happen? Let's talk about who's going to be on the show. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Guests over the next few weeks. And next Tuesday, we're supposed to be Anna Christina Cash. Just found out today she has to postpone. So we're going to try and bring Ashley Caroline, who was supposed to be last night's guest. We'll try getting her back. And I'm telling you, the internet was crazy here. Jewel is around the corner. She had bad internet. Everybody had bad internet last night. I think it was part of the problem in getting Ashley in. So we'll try it again, hopefully, for Tuesday night. Stay tuned for details. But July 8th, we're back. Either way, July 9th, an awesome local artist, Abby Lee, who did a great little up-and-coming schedule thing and shouted us out. We appreciate that. That's July 9th. July 15th, God, man, I tell you, and Zach Wolf, if you're still in the house, you'll know. Atlas at Hold. This is a band, if you love harder music, metal music, they got a screamer, they got a clean singer, 2 singers, an incredible band. Got to see them at the 400th 717 Entertainment Show. Dynamite band. They agreed to come out here. The crowd goes nuts from July 15th. Atlas at Hold. Got some brand new songs out. We're going to play them right here. July 16th. Another great metal band. My dudes from American Mosh Pits get us Mindy from Dying Oath. And Mindy is so strong, so awesome. Great singer, Dying Oath, July 16th. July 22nd, our dudes from Moonroof, who have an album coming out. And they played the Key Concert Series and are touring all different cities across the country. We love them. July 22nd, Moonroof on the Yo Show. July 23rd, the lovely sounds of Miss Carly Batista, terrific artist. July 29th, we welcome back Tim Johnson Jr., a Philadelphia guitarist and artist who was with us way back in the day before video. We had just audio. Tim Johnson Jr., our good friend Beatrice Kimmel at Impact PR. I said, how about Tim? Absolutely. July 30th, just announced last night, my good friend Dan and the band Versailles will be in the house. We'll chat with them about their music. Can't wait to chat with Dan and the gang. Great band. August 5th, we get hard and heavy. August 5th and 6th. August 5th, the killer metal band Suicide Puppets will be in the house. These dudes are badass. And August 6th is the band Whale Falls. We get some metal back in there. Tuesday, September 23rd, we do this. We kind of kick off a season-long show. Like Halloween, we're going to really just blow up Halloween and horror and some of our great horror actress and actor friends. Tuesday, September 23rd, the return of Kelsey Livingood. And Kelsey said this time she's bringing Mischief the Clown. So Kelsey will come as Mischief. I'm excited for that. September 23rd here on the Yo Show. And I want to give a massive shout out. We talk about my horror friends. We talk about people who become friends of the show. And somebody who's been an awesome supporter of the show, following, sharing, sending words of encouragement is the terrific horror actress, model, makeup artist, Mary Kate. And Mary sent me this fantastic photo today, autographed. And it says, Jeff and the Yo Show. Jeff and the Yo Show, you are the best. Sorry, you are the best. Thank you for the support. Mary Kate. Mary is awesome. I said, Mary, how about coming on the show and getting our Halloween season? And she's like, yeah, man, September, October, let me know. Let's come out. And let's talk about that. We've had some great ones, too, as well. And Mary Kate will be coming on. We've had Kelsey, and she'll be back. Lydia Manson, of course, who is our absolute love. We adore Lydia Manson. Jessa Flux has been on talking horror. Art the Clown. David Howard Thornton has been on the show talking horror. Fallon Vendetta, who Fallon, if you're out there, I adore you. Fallon Vendetta has been on the show. So we do horror. We do everything, man. Music and horror and bodybuilding and authors and you name it, we do it. Tuesdays and Wednesday nights here on The Yo Show. Jason Rushman, yo, what's up, Jeff? It's Jason. Hope you're having an incredible night. Drinking anything good tonight? I'm drinking some Budweiser. Budweiser? You just say I'm drinking anything good. You're drinking Budweiser? Don't make me come over there. I'm drinking Stateside, Surfside, iced tea, and vodka. It was not approved by my new trainer, Yelena, but I'm drinking it anyway. So, yeah, man, good seeing you. Good seeing you having good having you out tonight. Thank you. And thank you, Mary Kate. That picture is great. I love getting little piece of something. I see artists put stuff up, and I'm like, hey, how can I get assigned something? They said, I got you. Which means giving my address away. And I let Mary Kate know if she ever wants to stop by and hang out. Come on over. You got the address. But seriously, yeah, she's awesome. And it's support like that from people who just pop up and and embrace you. We love. And of course, way back when we first got this platform, Jimmy Starr and Ron Russell. And I'm like, how do you guys do it? And they're like, it's a thing called StreamYard. You go on, you get video. And through the years, people said more and more that video really gives them the best feel for the show. You get to see, you get to hear, you see the reaction. And, when I do things with guests like Yelena, let's blow that up. You want to see, right? Beautiful. That's just great. She's great. The whole thing's great. Everything's great. And if you want to get even more adventurous, because apparently she told me I'm a pervert. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, our gratuitous Sydney Sweeney montage of the night. Miss Sydney Sweeney in 4 different photos. Now, last night, I don't know if anybody caught this. I'm sure Derek did. I'm going to take a sip because I'm getting dry. Oh, that's not helping. So last night on the show, as a lot of you may know, Jules' cousin is an actress in Hollywood. She was in the movie Ted, and she's great. Jules said, oh, my cousin knows Sydney. They're kind of friendly. They did a movie together. What? Jessica Barth, if you're out there, we want you back, and we want Sydney Sweeney. Doesn't have to be in either order. We would love to have you back. All right, new thumb came up. A couple new thumbs came up. American Mosh Pits. Shout out to Vin and the super cool group from American Mosh Pits. They get in the pit. They interview bands. They interview audiences. They bring you riveting stories, documentaries, even football, that great Eagles documentary that we showed on here. Vin is super cool dude. Shout out American Mosh Pits. Seems Like Tuesday, another great band that I love from the area. They opened for the Circus Hearts that night at Harris. So great band there as well. Great stuff. There's so many great talents out there. Let's keep celebrating. And I know now, like 93.3 WMMR, they got this podcast comes on late at night. It's the Local Shots podcast. I'm all about that too. This is what we've been doing for, 8 years? Maybe more than that? Something like that. Took another sip. Do I have more songs? Yeah, I got another Circus Art song. 9:36. Remember, it's coming to the home stretch. Let's play Family Tree. We didn't do that one last night, but we'll do it tonight. Another great one. From WMMR Local Shop Band of the Month. The Circus Arts Family Tree. This one's close to 5 minutes long, so we'll play it. We'll enjoy it. We'll come back. We'll start to wrap up another great week here on the Yo Show. Thank you to Chris. Thank you to Circus Arts. Thank you to Yelena. Thank you to Jewel. Thank you to my wife Cassie and Brent and JD and Derek and Mike Kennedy and Kinsey King and Zach Wolf and everybody that watches and contributes in some little way. I love you. Family Tree. Circus Arts. Yo Show. Wednesday night. We'll be back. I'm not going to tell you to enjoy it because how can you not? Check it. Yes. Circus Horse with Family Tree at WMMR, local shots artists of the month. My good friends, my family almost. That's why we got to keep shouting them out. Very proud of them and thrilled to have them get to this plateau. Congratulations, fellas. All the guys out there, your families, of course, are great people. Shout out to my wife, who's out having dinner with her friend Maria, who we love. Shout out Maria. Shout out everybody. Shout out to local music, Key Concert Series, Eleanor Brocus, bands like the Circus Arts, venues that hold them and host them, places like the Cosmic Arts Center in Pottstown. God, get to a show there. It's such a cool place. Key Concert Series got more news coming out soon about other stuff that we will be doing. And check us out Tuesdays and Wednesday nights. We are the Yo Show. I am Jeff the Shark Perini. I got this one day, been podcasting myself probably for close to 10 years. And my old partner, John Ragus, who was out in New York, called me up one day and said, "Hey, man, how about podcasting?" I'm like, okay, no, absolutely nothing about it. Started with a phone call, got the guest co-host, and I loved it. And shortly after, John said, "You're like a natural, dude. How about every week?" And we started The Stoop. And we had a great time, great guests. We had a lot of fun. One day, John became a family guy, had a couple kids. He said, "You know what? I'm going to step away and hand it over to you. Take it, run with it, do whatever you want to do." I said, "All right, well, instead of Philly, let's do New York. Instead of New York, let's do Philly." Kind of where the Yo came in at. Big Philly freeze. Went on a hunt for a co-host. Figured, let's do female. Let's do the opposite opinions, the opposite sides. Had somebody. She was ready to do it. 2 days later, moved to Florida. Okay, that's a disaster. Our good friend Chrissy Leaf said, "How about my fiance's sister? Communications major, Penn State. Worked as an intern at 94 WYSP back when I was a rock station under Danny Bonaducci." And I said, "Yeah, let's talk." Met up, had dinner, had drinks, did karaoke after. We got along great. She said, "Let's do music. A lot of music. The Philly sound. Let's bring it to life." And she was right. Great artist in this town. And from that, we did a lot of PA. And then I branch out outside of PA at times. I love doing that. And then you find PR firms and management teams that enjoy what you do. And yeah, it's got to be great. We met a lot of great people. I said American Mosh Pits, of course, and other podcasters who have come on. Ray Chase, Alexis Chason, make sure I say her name right, and Taylor, and just people who do great things. George Powell, of course, our good friend, who spent time drumming with Taylor Acorn, who's coming back from concert, by the way. Met George when his band came on here, did an interview, a chat, and then he was at the local bar. My wife called and said, "The guy that was just on your show was here." Okay, drove over there, had to meet him. You just meet great people. It's a way to connect. I met great families of artists. I met great young artists, adult artists, people of all sorts. I said the authors, the actors, the actresses, the musicians, people like Yelena came out tonight, something new for us. We've had models on, of course. We have Brianna Dale. We've had adult film stars. We have it all. We do it. We love it. It's become a joy and a thrill. Tuesdays and Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. to about 10 p.m. Tell your friends. Subscribe. Follow. Like. Watch. Comment. We need shirts. Let's buy some merch. Do things to keep everybody afloat because, content creating is difficult. It is. I know money can be difficult for people, but whatever you can give, give. And if you can't give, watch. We appreciate that. We love that. We need that. And like, oh, I can't buy a shirt for $10. I get that. Watch. Turn me on for a half hour. Stay for the interview and watch the town. Say, hey, I like them. I like their music. I'm going to download it. It's easy. Got so much music here. There's my dog. Got so much music here from guests. And as I said, undefeated. We got another milestone year coming up soon. We're going to be celebrating. And Jewel is back. And We're going to hope to get Jewel more often. We need to create an avenue for her. We got this Yo Show logo on football helmets. Shout out to my nephew. There's one in black. There's one in white. T-shirts and stickers, and that emblem goes over. Shout out to my man Steve Giordano for helping me bring this emblem to life. We get autographed photos from terrific people, like my good friend Mary Kate. That's a beauty. Horror Hound Bites with Mary Kate. It's a little podcast that she does. We get to celebrate holidays, dress up for Halloween, and do Christmas shows, and key concert series, of course, get to be part of that, and emceeing at shows, and American Mosh Pits wants to bring me out to interview some concert goers at some of these awesome shows. One coming up in Maryland. We'll get you more details on that. Man, I'm blessed to be here. I'm absolutely blessed to be here. Someday, my wife says, find a way to make a couple bucks. If we can, we'd love it. Sponsor. You know anybody else out there that wants to sponsor a podcast for a couple bucks at us? We'll take it. We got a website, www.theoshow215.com. We have a page on Facebook, of course, The O Show. Twitch, which will be at TwitchCon in October. Yeah, I got to get to the gym, start working out for that. TwitchCon in October, putting our name out there. YouTube, of course, is The O Show. It's easy enough to find. I'm going to scroll down the bottom. We were voted the top 50 show in the world by the New York and Los Angeles Weekly Times. You can't beat that. We do it Tuesday nights at 8. We do it Wednesday nights at 8. Usually run about 2 hours. People say they're too long. As you know me, I don't follow the rules. I make my own podcast rules. www.theoshow215.com. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Also on, and I got to upload more, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker. New uploads coming soon. It's a lot of work, but I got to get there because you need every place possible to find us. Thank you, everybody. All of you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you to Yelena. Thank you to Jan, and hit me up today and says, yeah, man, I know Yelena. Good friend of mine. She's awesome. And awesome people stick together. We're going to get out of here for tonight. Short week for me. I work tomorrow. I'm off Friday. And then we're closed Saturday. I'm off Sunday. I'm off Monday. So, time for me to catch up on websites and all that stuff. We're going to take you out again. And I know I keep beating the dead horse on this, but they are WMMR Local Shot Band of the Month, the Circus Hearts. I did this last night, and goddamn, it almost made me cry. Dude, Michael Kennedy, thank you, dude. You were awesome. I love you for it, man. Love everything about it. Saturday, the 5th of July, I will be at Harrah's Chester Casino for the food and music festival. I think I got a couple extra tickets. So if you're out there, take a ride. Let's check it out. Check out some great music, some great food, some great fireworks with the O Show. See how I do it. Let's get the hell out of here. Last night, like I said, we did this. We played the song Circus Hearts by the Circus Hearts. It's a slow one. It's a meaningful one. It's a thoughtful one. And it kind of made me tear up a little bit. Made my wife tear up a little bit. Everybody said, man, it was deep. Let's do it again. To celebrate the last 2 days of absolute love for the WMMR Local Shots Band of the Month, the Circus Hearts. This is their title track, if you will, Circus Hearts. For Jeff Perini, for Jewel Tatey, who's out there, for my entire audience, my family, my friends, and every guest who's ever stepped foot on this show to become family. Have a great night. We'll see you Tuesday.
the places I have roamed. Need to see some old friends, probably sleep for days. Then I'm gonna wake up, pack up, and do it all over again. You can take these circus hearts and plant them anywhere. Plant them anywhere, watch them grow. You can take these circus hearts and plant them anywhere. Plant them anywhere, but it's just not home. Just not home. I heard this song when I was younger. I said we had circus hearts and we were born to wander. Sometimes it seems that this is all a dream. I've been to 1,000 places that I